Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, football fans. This is Diary TV and I remain your girl, Oganekaro Asoe. Today we are diving into an exciting storyline brewing in Serie A as Atalanta star forwards Lookman Ademola stands on the brink of history. This weekend, Fiorentina take on Atalanta in what promised to be a thrilling clash, and all eyes are on Lookman. Why? Because he's got a shot at equaling a record that has been untouched for 5,103 days, and that is over 13 years. A mark set by a former AC Milan striker that stood the test of time in Italian football. In this video, we're going to unpack this incredible milestone, explore the story behind the record, break down how it was originally achieved, and spotlight Lookman's journey, his strategies, his past achievements, and what he needs to up his name into Series A folklore. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's get started. Alright, let us set the stage. The record Ademola Lookman is chasing dates back 5,103 days ago, 13 years and counting, to a moment of brilliance in Serie A. It's a rare feat tied to an ex-AC Milan striker, and while details of the exact nature of this record may vary, posts online are suggesting that it is linked to a scoring milestone achieved in a single match or a specific sequence of games. Think along the line of a hat-trick or a rapid-fire scoring streak, something that showcases a striker's ability to dominate. For context, 5,103 days ago take us back to around late 2011 or early 2012, a time where Series A was packed with legends like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Antonio Di Natale, and Edison Cavani. This was an era of clinical finishers and one AC Milan stand, probably a name like Filippo Inzaghi or Andrea Sesconso from years prior, setting a benchmark that has been gathering dust ever since. What makes this record special? It's not just about the goals, it's about the moments, it's about seizing a game by the scruff of the neck and leaving a legacy. For Lookman, equaling this means matching that intensity, that flair, and that killer instinct in Atalanta clash with Fiorentina. But to understand what he's up against, we need to dig into how this record came to be. Let's go back in time. Now, let's paint the picture of how this 13-year-old record was born. While we don't have the exact match details handed to us on a platter, we can piece together the kind of performance he took based on Serie A history. Imagine a cold Italian evening, the San Siro buzzing, and an AC Milan striker stepping up. If we're talking late 2011, it could be someone like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was tearing it up for Milan during their 2010-2011 title-winning season and beyond. Or, if the timeline stretches slightly earlier, we might be looking at a Filippo Inzaghi masterclass. People was known for his post-Charles instinct, popping up at the right place at the right time. Picture this: Milan are facing a tough opponent, maybe a gritty Fiorentina side or a stubborn Juventus. The striker gets his first goal early, a tap-in from a clever run. The crowd roars, but he's not done. Minutes later, he latches onto a true ball, outmuscles a defender, and slots it home. 2-0. Then, the piece de resistance, a header or a curling shot in the second half to seal a hat-trick or probably a fourth goal in a rout. This is the kind of dominance we are talking about. A performance so electric it's been untouchable for over a decade. The strategy back then was ruthless efficiency. These strikers thrived on teamwork, wingers whipping in crosses, midfielders threading passes, and an uncanny ability to read the game. They didn't just score, they owned the pitch. That is the bar Lookman is chasing. So, how is he planning to match it? Let's chill gears and talk about the man himself. Ademola Lookman's story is one of grit, growth, and a bit of magic. Born in London, he kicked off his career with Charlton Athletic before Everton snapped him up in 2017. Back then, he was a raw talent, pacey, tricky, but inconsistent. Loaned to RB Leipzig, Fulham, and Leicester City showed flash of brilliance, but it wasn't until he landed at Atalanta in 2022 that he finally found his groove. Under Piero Gasparini, Lookman transformed into a Serie A beast. What was his secret? Versatility and work rate. Lookman can play out wide, cut inside, or lead the line. He's got a wand of a left foot, a burst of speed, and a nose for goal that made him Atalanta's talisman. Last season, he smashed 13 Serie A goals, but it was his hat-trick in the European League final against Bayer Leverkusen that turned heads worldwide. That 3-0 win handed at Atalanta their first ever European trophy, and Lookman walked away with the CAF African Footballer of the Year award in December 2024. This season has been on fire. 18 goals across all competitions by March 2025, including 13 in Serie A. He's already outdone his previous league tally, but his form is peaking at the perfect time. Fiorentina defense is about to face a nightmare, but how does he turn that form into a record-breaking moment? Let us break down his strategy. So, how does Ademola Lookman crack this 13-year-old record against Fiorentina? First, let's look at his toolkit. Lookman is not just a goal scorer, he's also a game changer. His movement off the ball is elite. He drifts into pocket of space, pulls defenders out of positions, and pounces when they blink. Against Fiorentina, expect him to exploit their backline, especially if they push up. He will likely target gaps between the centre-back or drift wide to isolate their fullback. Secondly, is finishing. Lookman has got ice in his vein. Whether it's a low drive, a coiler, or a header, is clinical. That European League hat-trick, a near post finish, a long-range stunner, and a cool slot past the keeper. If he's aiming for a record like a hat-trick, he would need Atalanta's midfield, think Comiena or Ederson, to feed him early and often. Gasparini high-pressing system is tailor-made for this. Win the ball high, transition fast, and let Lookman do his thing. Third is his mentality. After a public spat with Gasparini over a missed penalty in the Champions League, Lookman bounced back with 3 goals in his last 3 league games by mid-March. He has patched things up with his boss. There was even a heartfelt hug after he scored a 4-0 thrashing of Juventus. That resilience could be key. Fiorentina is no pushover. They've got pacey forward like Moise Kean. But if Lookman stays locked in, he could feast on them. Picture this scene. An early goal from a counter, a second from a set piece, his latter in the air, and a late strike to seal it up. That is how he matches the Milan legend mark. But if he's not starting from scratch, he's got a foundation of record already. Let's talk about those. Lookman is not new to making history. Let's rewind to his Atalanta tenure. In his debut season 2022 to 2023, he hit 13 Series A goals, a personal best in Europe's top 5 league. This was just the appetizer. Last season, he became the first player to score a hat-trick in the European League final, dismantling Leverkusen's unbeaten run. It is not just a record, it's also a statement. This season, he's already surpassed that 13-goal league tally, with 13 in Series A and 18 overall by late March. He has scored in 6 of his 7 games across all competitions, including a 4-0 rout of Juventus where he bagged the 4th. His shot accuracy is insane, 10 on target from 19 attempts in his last 4 games. He has also racked up 7 assists, showing he's not just a finisher but also a creator. And then there is the African Footballer of the Year nod, only the second Nigeria after Victor Osimhen to win it. That's the platform he has built. Every goal, every assist, every big moment has been a stepping stone to this Fiorentina showdown. He's not chasing the record out of nowhere. He's been climbing towards it since he stepped foot in Bergamo. So here we are, Fiorentina against Atalanta. Ademola Lookman, 27 years old, on the cusp of equaling a 5,103-day Serie A record. Will he do it? If his form, his strategy, and his hunger are anything to go by, I would say he has a real shot. Fiorentina defense will fight, but Lookman in that purple patch where everything he touched turns to gold. A hat-trick, a brace in quick succession, whatever the record demands, he has got the tools. So what do you think? Can Lookman join that ex-AC Milan striker in the history books? Drop your prediction in the comments, hit that like button if you've enjoyed this deep dive, and subscribe for more football stories. This is one to watch, folks. History could be made this weekend. Until then, next time, stay passionate about the game. We'll still be here for you.